The White Tiger Night Channel. Impeach. Ho-Bama. No-Bama. Faux-Bama. Peaceful process. Due process of law. This is the White Tiger Night Channel, and this is Sippersaurus. He's going to tell you what the deal is here on our current government affairs. Now, this video is going to be pseudo-political, so anybody who watches my channel for gun reviews, I'll have continued gun reviews and stuff, and more gun videos, and the tutorials, and options courses. But this is a political video, and I think it's important given election season, so I think I should put this up. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So if you don't want to get involved in political stuff, you can go ahead and watch the next video or whatever. It's all good. But anyway, and again, apologies to any subscribers for the gun videos. This might be a little off topic, or you might not agree 100%. Anyway, this video is titled Impeach Ho-Bama. Impeach the ho-no-Bama. Okay, and the reason why I say that is interesting because you would think, okay, the election's coming up, we could just re-elect him. And again, I definitely support not re-electing Obama or no-Bama, that's who. But I think it doesn't really matter. I mean, again, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I actually would consider myself mainly a libertarian or a constitutionalist, but there's no real candidate for me. So anyway, the political system is a false choice. And anybody who doesn't think that the political system is a false choice, and that the fact that our elections are not rigged, just watch This Hoax Affects Us All. It's This Hoax Affects Us All. And you need to watch those videos and realize that those electronic voting machines are rigged, basically, and are not to be trusted. And I think we need a secondary voting system in the United States with, real common sense, regular people outside of the government that establish the voting criteria in our country. I think that every voting situation should be handled locally, and everybody within the community should be a part of the oversight of all the voting processes that happen to make sure that all the ballots are counted correctly, and that there is no issues, because these electronic voting machines have been proven to be able to be tapped into and hacked and basically manipulated the results. And typically, again, they vote almost 100% Democrat, so or whichever way they really want to go, because Democrat and Republican doesn't really matter. And it's really just a false choice. We really have one person and another person that agrees in the same large-scale issues that affect the country. But the reason why I say impeach Obama and impeach no-Obama is basically because he's going to win. So I guarantee anybody who wants to put some money down, again, this is not a gamble or anything, I'm just kidding about that, but Obama's going to win the election because they already decided that he was going to win. And Romney is not going to win. He's put there to lose. And again, I'm not going to vote for Obama. And I would potentially vote for Romney just to stop Obama, but he's not going to win either. So eventually, I probably will vote for Romney, even though I don't support him. I might vote for Ron Paul if he runs, or a libertarian candidate. But that vote is wasted, and it doesn't really make a difference because the grand stage of things is a two-party control, two-party rule, divide and conquer technique, strategies. Just keep everybody fighting. So I think people need to unite, no matter anybody who's unemployed or anybody who doesn't fit within this current system, anybody who has any kind of a criminal background that can't get hired. Peaceful, nonviolent protests are the most important thing. I think, again, got to stay peaceful, got to stay nonviolent, but we need to unite, we need to gather, we need to protest, we need to make sure that this election is handled properly and that whoever the people do vote for gets elected. And we need to fix the electoral process. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to argue with the results. If everybody in the United States votes for Obama, then he can be elected. If everybody in the United States votes for Romney, he can be elected. I'm not going to dispute that. I mean, again, people vote. So if the people are going to vote, the people's voice speaks. But, it's just, SPD 51.
Anybody who thinks that we're not in a system that's different than what they believe in, first of all, watch This Hoax Affects Us All, and look up, I think it's Presidential Directive
51. Presidential Directive 51. SPD 51. SPD 51. PD 51. My bad.
it basically, I think, states on there that the president is the dictator and has complete control over the entire government, all the resources in the government, all the resources in the country, all the local governments and everything. So if you just read that document, I think you'll get a real understanding of the government that we're currently living in, the fact that most people don't realize that. They still think that we're living in a democratic republic, when they don't realize that that's not the case, especially people that support the Constitution. The Constitution is null and void currently in the society if you don't realize that. With the Patriot Act, with PDD 155, with all of these other countermeasures that they used to usurp the Constitution in a scenario that everyone fears, the Constitution would be usurped by these presidential directives that were signed into office by Obama. So, you need to impeach him peacefully. Impeach every president that supports PDD 155. Impeach every president that supports NAFTA. Impeach every president, okay, that supports all of these things that go against the people. Okay, that supports banker bailouts. Okay, impeach every president that supports lending all kinds of money through the Federal Reserve to Europe. Okay, impeach all of the presidents who support the Federal Reserve. Impeach every single local county commissioner that supports the Federal Reserve. Impeach, and I think it has to start on the local level. I think people have to get on the local level and start impeaching their local representatives, because a lot of the local representatives are easily bought, easily controlled, and easily manipulated. So, get them out of there. Make sure you get someone within your community that's going to support you and protect you and defend your rights, again, peacefully, through the election process, through the democratic process that we have currently in place in our country, through the Constitution. Let's take back the Constitution. Let's take back our country peacefully, non-violently, through a simple means of due process of law, people. I mean, it's basically due process of law that needs to take place within our current country to get ourselves back to the place where we need to be. And it has nothing to do with guns, it has nothing to do with violence, it has nothing to do with anything. It's just due process of law. We need to get some lawyers on our sides. Lawyers need to sack up, man up, get on the side of the right people, help the country move forward, and let's establish due process of law. Let's establish a proper electoral system. Let's end corruption within the government and stop these people from basically raping our children's future. So, and our future, actually, and my future, and your future, and every single person's future that's going to live within the next, say, 20 or 50 years that these people are trying to fuck up. So, I'm not going to apologize for my language. I'm just going to just stop apologizing now. And I'm going to use my channel for anything that I plan and think and hope that I can use it for. And we need to impeach Obama now. Impeach Obama. Impeach Obama. Impeach Romney if he gets elected. Okay, Romney supporters, my bad. But you know what? He's a douche. He's in Israel's pocket. Okay, and Israel has a major influence over our current government. And I'm not against Jewish people. I'm not an anti-Semite. I support Jewish people. There's a lot of rabbis and Jewish people that are against the Mossad and the Zionist mainframe and the Zionist movement within Israel. A lot of, really smart Jewish rabbis and stuff, which I think are cool people. I'm not Jewish, but, I'm cool with Jewish people, and, Jews are cool with me. They're great, and they're smart people typically, and good people, I think. But, a lot of them are against the Zionist movement and the whole Zionist push and, negative implications with what they do in that region and try to push us into wars and stuff and try to manipulate our government. They think they have us in our back pocket, but they don't realize that I think the people aren't going to go along with their little douchey needs. So fuck them. And not only that, but again, no disrespect to Jewish people. Jewish people are cool, but no. I mean, Israel does not control our country, and Israel should have no say within any of the major issues of our country. It's our decision. If you want to say, then come here, become a citizen, and vote. And you can deal with Freddie, who lives down the street, who doesn't think that you're correct, and he can cancel your vote, and you can have no say. So join in the fun, okay? And if you want to bring more people, you can't, because you don't even have enough people, okay? And most of the people in our country, think about this. Everybody in our country, okay, the mass majority of the people within this country do not agree with the current government's policies. If we simply vote against them, we can beat them. The mass majority of the people in the country do not agree with the current government policies. If the mass majority of the people in the country vote against these policies, we can easily defeat them in
Simple voting process. So that's the White Tiger Knight signing out. Take your government back, people. Wake up. Subscribe to the White Tiger Knight for a chance to win 7 free knives and 1 huge knife.